Hey there guys, we're taking a look at Batman Arkham Asylum running on the AMD Ryzen 55500U. Now the game is currently running at 1080p with the maximum graphics settings, and the performance we're getting is actually pretty decent, getting averages of 60 FPS with 1% lows dropping just slightly under 30 FPS. And this is one of the more demanding areas on the entire island because it is the most open area. Most of the time that you're going to be playing the game, you're going to be in these narrow corridors where there's even less going on, so the performance is actually going to be better. Right here, this is pretty much as demanding as it gets. Of course, having a lot of enemies on the screen is also another way to make the game more demanding, and here you can see it's actually able to keep up in these more confined environments where you are going to be fighting a lot of enemies. Overall, I'm very happy with this level of performance. I mean, we are pretty much getting a better experience than most people that played this game when it originally came out. Most people back then didn't even have 1080p screens, so it's crazy to think that we're now able to play it at 1080p with the maximum graphics settings, and we're getting really good FPS here. So even in the most demanding situations, the game is going to be able to keep up, and it's going to be a fantastic experience. I definitely recommend picking up the entirety of this franchise because it is some of the best gaming you can get out there. And now I'm very curious to see how the rest of the franchise is actually going to hold up on this chip. We already know that Arkham Knight does run on here, though nowhere near as good as this, so I'm very curious to see how Arkham City and Arkham Origins do. But even if the other ones don't perform anywhere near as well as this does, I'm glad that this one at least performs this well because this is still my favorite one in the entire franchise. Though with each playthrough that I do, that final boss just gets worse and worse. It's aging like milk. It's getting to the point where it's just painful to try to play through. And I actually still need to finish Arkham Knight, so I'm definitely going to sit down and play through that one, but I really enjoy the entirety of this franchise. It's just the first one really holds a special place in my heart just because it felt like a continuation of the animated series, and that's really what you wanted the most. And I'm just glad to see that it does so well on here. I mean, this is pretty much a better experience than when I first played this on the PlayStation 3. In fact, this was actually one of the very first games that I bought on Steam back then, back when I made the switch from just being a console kid to actually playing games on PC regularly. This was pretty much one of the first ones I picked up on a Steam sale, and I remember playing this with a cross-fired 6950s, which the game had horrible input lag because of the crossfire that I had to actually disable one of the GPUs just to actually have playable performance in here. And back then my main monitor was I think the resolution was 1440 by 6 or by 900, so it was like a 16 by 10 monitor, but it had even less resolution than what you would consider 900p to be now, where 900p is 1600 by 900. This was 1440 by 900, and my dual GPU setup could not handle this game properly. I had to disable one of them, and now the integrated graphics on a cheap laptop is able to play this at a higher resolution and at higher settings than what I was getting back then. It's kind of crazy when you really think about it. But anyways, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to subscribe and of course join the Discord down below. I will see you guys next time.